Here's our shed, and all the backyard has now been done with nice new graded stone. And I'll take you on a tour of the shed for camera practice. Okay, as we go into the shed here, we notice that we are flying our Phillies flag, which unfortunately is not helping us too much this year. If you can make it out, I have my screens up, my magic screen, which is an amazing piece of technology where you just pop it open like this and it closes itself. Okay, now we're getting into the darker part of the shed. If we go to the left, you'll notice the bathroom, and as we pan from the bathroom, we'll notice the kitchen area here is well stocked with various diet and regular and beer and adult beverages and iced tea, and then you go to the top half and it's all ready for our fish bait and everything that has not been installed yet but is on the way. Now we move over to a side of it, and here's our one burner cookstock stove, which is designed for crab cooking here, and a counter for it to sit on. And we move a little bit further to our right, and there's the charging station for our golf cart, which goes through the wall to the outside. And then we look down through here, and we got a gas supply for our cooking and a compressor. And we move over here, and we got our various utensils for yard work and the like. And there's our extension cord and extra hose walls. And as we move along through here, and we got the power washer and stuff. Then we come over here, and we got the entertainment system mounted onto the wall there. And then we move a little bit further to our right, and is our work area. And that's our work area there. It's stocked up pretty well with items that we use often. And then as we go further to the right, and we look out where we looked in. So that'll complete the tour of the shed. And as you see, my co-pilot is sitting on the golf cart, ready and raring to go. So we'll close out this section of the video. Okay, on our way out, this is the side of our shore shack. My wife's azalea plant, leaning out, although it may be, it's still flowering and looks pretty nice. So I'm going to pass the camera over to her, and if it's all jiggly and jousty, it's her fault.
Right.
Show them your...
Showing my flowers.
We are on our tour. We're heading down our street, heading towards the waterway. This is the weekend before Memorial Day, so there's quite a crowd here getting ready for Memorial Day. A lot of cleanup, a lot of tree droppings and things to clean up. People are getting their campers and RVs all squared away here. And if I pan to my right, this is the new home of my friend Brian and Barb Perry. Very nice place. Glad they decided to move here. I'm sure we'll have some good times. Okay, and then over here is two new RVs that were just backed in a weekend or two ago. And another one. They're constantly updating, constantly pulling old ones out, and people are putting new ones in. And we got homes on one side of the boulevard and RVs on the other. It's a very casual, well-kept, very casual and well-kept park. Now, if you look here, this is the first hint that we're near a marina. The boats haven't been put in there yet on that's finger of the marina. I'm trying to drive and film at the same time because apparently my wife's photography was not up to snuff. Let's just say that. If you look over this way to our left, as we're going out towards the swimming pool side of the marina, you'll see about every other slip or so the boats are in there. They've been pulling in pretty constant. You'll have to excuse the bouncing, but we're in a golf cart on a gravel road. Because they're not allowed to put pavement near the ocean. One of the rules the park has to follow, or they would have paved this a long time ago. When we swing back over to our right, and these homes here, out here, all have, I call them their high rent district. They have higher rents, but then if you look in behind them, as we drive by, we'll see they have their own canal and dock and boardwalk located behind their buildings. So, in essence, they got two for one. They pay a lease for their property and they get a slip included. Now, as I'm coming up to it, this is our pool out on the point. It borders the end of the pier here, the jetty, and it's a very nice, well done, modern pool with a shower facilities, and it's pretty hopping place as of next weekend on a warm day. And now we're going to hang a Yui and head back the same way we came. So I'll shut her down and start it up in a few minutes. Right here is our brand new concrete boat ramp. And you can see the new
would you like one there for your pie and the
No, thank you, dear.
And put a little guest boat out there for you to sit in to watch the goings and comings. Here's another example of what goes on at West Bay here. The old home is now completely been gone, pulled out, and a new foundation and everything is going to be laid in for a brand new home. And this goes on non-stop all year long as this park updates. Here we're going up the left-hand side of the marina, heading east, and as you can see, there's RVs on one side and boats on the other. And this is we're heading towards my parents' RV. They've been a long time park residents for 30 plus years. Different locations of the park. This last location, which you can see us coming up to, I'm zooming in, that very first RV there with the satellite dish, if you can make it out on the shed, is my parents' shed. And this location about 14 years, give or take a few months. And we'll give you a little bit of a shot of my boat. We just came back from about an hour and a half run, just to give it its season shakedown. And this is my little toy here. It's not much, but it's still fun. Okay, my dad's sailboat. He uses a blowboat, as they call them. His is going to be readied for a season of sailing. That's their RV as I'm driving by their car and their RV. Okay. Now we'll head out to the point. That pavilion. Okay, we're out on what we call the point here, which is the easternmost part of West Bay, and it juts out into what's Rehoboth Bay. And if I pan around here, you'll see the pavilion, and 5 miles straight east there's a strip of land, and that's Route 1. And if I come over here and zoom, you might be able to just make it out, is the way out there in the horizon. I can't see it on the screen, but you might be able to make it out once I get it in. But that's Indian River Bridge over there, 5 miles distant. So, this is a popular place in the evening. People like to come up here, especially in the summer when it's warm. Come up here and sit down for the cool breezes. It's not unusual to see 15, 20 golf carts, and they're all talking about their day on the water or grandkids or whatever. Okay, so now we're gonna move on. Okay, here is the latest and greatest of what's going on in the RV world. This was brand new, brought in here this season. It's called a destination trailer. It's huge inside with all the tip outs. As you can see, there's 3 of them, and then that's on the back side, and then on the front side they will install eventually a porch with a deck, and then there's their shed that was just delivered, and they'll have a beautiful view of the bay right out of every window in the RV. This here's one of my favorite boats in the marina, has been for the past 3 or 4 years. It's a catamaran, and what makes it unique is it's a split all the way down the middle, and then it has 2 outboard engines, one on each end, on each side. And what I find amazing about this is it has 2 engines of the exact same size that I have one of on mine. But I always liked this boat for some reason, so I'm showing you. And here's another new camper that's along in its development. As you can see, they've got the new deck on, and they got a view of the marsh and nice view of the bay.
What's this?
Just past the marsh.
What's that compartment up front?
Don't know.
You don't know.
And right here, this is how the lots are prepped before any RVs are brought in. They're all set up for the next customer. Right here's the main office, and it is a combination building. It's a combination of office It's a combination of a bait shop on the other side. It's a morning breakfast cafe in the morning and an ice cream parlor at night. Now I'm just going to let you watch as we drive through the park. Here, now you can do this. I admire.
I'm not spanning it far enough for you?
Here's a brand new home, and apparently it was purchased because there's no for sale sign on it anymore. They go fast. They go fast in here, especially the new ones. Now this is an example here of a roof over. If I move to the left a little bit, and you'll see that trailer there. Well, back to the right, and that's what they turn it into. These were basically the same type of trailer before the roof over, a complete remodel after the roof over. Believe it or not, there's a trailer in there somewhere. Now we're heading to one of the three entrances, and we'll leave the park along a golf cart road here, and then re-enter. Might see deer. There's lots of deer around. A lot of times they're crossing the road here at this time in the evening, making their way through the park and around the park. Okay, we're making a right-hand turn and turning back into one of the entrances. There's a couple of M&M characters on the railing there. We'll hang a right again here, and as we can see, there's a good pastime is everybody. There's my neighbors. Is driving through the park just before dusk. If you look here to my right, this is our post office right here. We all have a box in there if you would want one. I personally don't have one here right now because we still have our address at home in PA. Okay, now we're going to go down the road here, and here is an example of the type of units. Here's this person decided to go with a single wide unit, brand new, and they'll put porches on and things like that when they get to it. And then here's a brand new double wide unit that was just installed this year. And then
Mark's showing it.
right aside of it, here is another new unit.
No, that's the one they rebuilt.
No, that's a new unit there. That's not the one they rebuilt.
Okay, not the one they rebuilt.
And here's a roof over, a fancy one. No, the one they rebuilt is that one right there.
Okay.
This one here was a roof over, done over a period of a couple of seasons by an older gentleman and his wife. Did a really nice job. Beautiful. And we'll move on down the road here. I could pick things out, homes out like that all the way. I'll be here for 2-3 hours. Because it's amazing what they're doing with these old mobile homes, converting them into new top-notch units. They either convert them over or they tear them completely out and throw them away and replace them with new homes. Like this one is a new home just brought in last weekend when we were here. And now it's all set up. And as we're heading down this road here, you can see the bay out in front of us. Seeing that this view here, and now we're going to hang a left on it's called Bayview, and that's the reason why right there. And these houses all border along Bayview Road here, and they, as the name implies, they got a view of the bay. And what I call the high rent district. They pay several $100s a month more for that beautiful view, but it is a beautiful view. Now as we go down this road, you'll see to our right again is the children's play area. They got two things here. They got a dry section, I call it, and it's just, you know, the jungle gyms and stuff, and you cross over a nice creek that, if you come over to the left, feeds a pond with two really nice fountains. And we come back over to the right, on the other side of that bridge, there is a water park that my wife will run over there and activate. I can't talk her into it. But anyway, you wave your hand across a control panel and it turns on the water park, and it goes through a series of you know, water type activities.
You want me to do it?
I don't think it'll run anymore tonight. It has a timer on it that it won't run past a certain time in the evening. But anyway, the kids love it. Grandkids and moms and dads sit on the benches or even in the water themselves, and the kids just run around through there and enjoy their time at West Bay. So as we move on a little bit, here's another worth dimension roof over. Back. This was my parents' original home here back in 1974 or 5, I think, was their first time. But when they owned it, it was just a 12-foot wide mobile home. And now the lady that bought it from them has done a roof over on it quite a long time ago. And so it's quite nice. Now if we go up here 2 doors, and you'll see exactly what it looked like when my parents owned it. This is what it looked like when my parents owned it right here. This home has not had a roof over. Hey. But as you can see, as we go down through here, slowly but surely, the old models are being sold and remodeled and tore out, and replaced with the new, nice, shiny new homes and roof overs. Here's a combination of roof overs and brand new double wide manufactured homes, and you can't hardly even tell the difference. You hang a right and go down another street here. Everybody's out talking to their neighbors after the long, cold, hard winter. People haven't seen each other for 6 to 8 months. Grandpa taking grandkids out and their puppies out. Here's a new unit that was put in this winter, all ready for somebody to buy. What I consider a really nice roof over. Done. Somewhere in there is a mobile home, or was a mobile home. That was our security. Just went by. In this marsh area here today, there's our dumpster that we have for all our leaves and sticks and twigs and you name it. We bring it down here and they keep giving us, well, there was deer in that field out there, lots of them. I gave up counting after about 12, but I still seen lots of
Yeah.
There's a Florida home if I ever seen one. That color, but to each his own. And our right-hand side of the park is all woodlands, privately owned woodlands. And as we say that, the left-hand side of the park is completely surrounded by privately owned woodlands.
Go back and after this people like that.
No. Now as we just come up here, this is the West Bay Park maintenance garage. They have several full-time employees here and many part-time retired people like myself that work for them, and they keep this place spick and span and up and running. This is right here, this is the last lot available for purchase, or lease I should say. Right here in the whole park, this is the last one. There's a couple of empty lots, but they're being leased already. They're being leased already by the people that are eventually going to retire and put buildings on them. Some of them have been leased for 10 years or more, just sitting there, empty. But the people know they want to come here at the end of their careers. Okay, so we're heading back down the same road, and I'll continue with this little tour. I'll pick it up a little bit further down the line. Okay, here we are in front of the community center. There is a community center in the center of West Bay that you can lease for nightly events, and it's rather reasonable. Last time I heard it was like $25 a day, and they hold all kinds of things, like right there on the sign there is what's going on Memorial Day weekend here. And again, that's the community center right here. People bring their wedding parties, and caterers come here with wedding parties, and there's usually 2 or 3 weddings a season out of here. Okay, now we're going to go into the last remaining little road that we haven't gone on, and it's not really a road, it's an alley. It's through the back of where our RV used to be. And this is one of the original older sections of West Bay Park, when it was just a RV park back 35 years ago, before it was expanded, enlarged, updated. And this is where it all started here. This double row of RVs and the marina, single one tier of the marina, which there's now 3 of. But I've been told by the park manager that it's as big as the marina is as big as it can get due to EPA laws and regulations on the wetlands, and you don't even want me to go there. Anyway, this is the last road that we didn't cover. As you can see, there's lots of people here enjoying their RVs, and campfires are starting to show up here and there. There's a campfire. That's a big pastime. I'll show you a quick side trip here. I'll show you the original RV that got us started down here. We spent 3 wonderful seasons in this RV, and that's when we made the decision that we intended to stay, so we bought a home. So we'll come down here and give you a view of our old RV, which is still in rather nice shape. The present owner is taking really good care of it. There it is. And pretty much like we left it. Okay, we're just about to our house now. We're coming up the 3rd and final exit, and we're right inside the 3rd entrance. And we'll swing by this van here, and that's our place right there. We call it the Shore Shack. As you can see, the sign on the front there goes. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Let it run.
And that's the front of our little piece of West Bay. I'll drive around the side here to our golf cart parking pad. As you can hear, the stones are rather